Hey y'all, welcome to Friday's Kitchen. Welcome back if you have been here before. In today's video, we are making a turtle brownie pound cake. If you guys are interested in seeing how I made it, stay tuned. Also, while you're here, I ask that you please take a moment, look down below, press that subscribe button, join our family, and come back for some more recipes. Here we have the ingredients. First, we have 2 cups of cake flour, 1 cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 3 cups of granulated sugar, 6 eggs at room temperature. Those little white spots are actually a little flour that I accidentally dropped in the bowl, so everything is fine. 3 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature. We'll be using 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and here we have 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk. We need one more ingredient for the cake, and I will be right back in just a second to show you guys that. This is a brownie pound cake. I actually want to use some brownie mix in the recipe. I'm going to go ahead and mix this according to the instructions on the packaging. We have 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and 1 egg. I will be using some dollops of this batter to mix into the actual pound cake batter. What I have left over, I'm going to bake in a muffin tin, and that will be used to decorate the cake once we're done. So we're going to go ahead and get this mixed up. All right, so here we have the brownie batter. You can see the chocolate chip chunks that are in there. So now I'm going to go through and add this chocolate packet to the batter as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set this aside and get started on the pound cake batter. So in the bowl, we have the 3 sticks of butter. I'm going to turn this on, get that mixed up a bit, and then we're going to add the granulated sugar. Once we add the sugar, we're going to let the mixer run for about 5 to 10 minutes until the mixture lightens in color and becomes nice and fluffy. So I'm going to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl, add the eggs one at a time. Once I add an egg, I like to wait for the yolk to break before adding the next, and then we're going to go in with the vanilla extract. Now I'm going to go in with the flour mixture and the milk. I'm going to add about 1/3 of the flour mixture, 1/2 of the milk, another 1/3 of the flour mixture, the rest of the milk, and then the rest of the flour mixture. We always want to start with the dry ingredients and end with the dry ingredients. So I'm going to remove the bowl from the stand mixer, grab the cake pan, and then we'll get our cake ready to go into the oven. So before we move on to adding the cake batter to the pan, a couple things I want to do to the brownie batter is I want to go in with about a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/3 cup of chopped pecans. So here we have the pan we're going to use to bake the cake. I'm going to start by spraying with pan baking spray. I'm also going to line this with parchment paper with all this chocolate, fudge, caramel. I just don't want to risk the cake sticking to the pan. I'm going to start by adding a piece that I have cut out to fit the bottom of the pan, and then I'm going to add 2 strips around the sides. All right, so now I'm going to spray again with just a little more pan baking spray. All right, so now we're going to go in and add the cake batter. So now we're going to go in with the dollops of the brownie batter, some of this dark chocolate, as well as some caramel. Now I'm going to take my wooden skewer and just kind of swirl everything together. So the oven has been preheated to 300 degrees. This will bake, I'm guessing, anywhere from 1.5 hours to 1:40 hours. I will check it, and as always, I'll let you guys know exactly how long it takes in my oven when I remove it. So while the cake's in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the brownies. I'll be using this mini muffin tin or cupcake tin to bake the brownies. I'm going to start by spraying with pan baking spray. I don't have a whole lot of batter left. This is what I have in my bowl. So I'm going to start by spraying 8 of these. And spray a few more. So I'm going to leave these here until the cake comes out of the oven. Once it does, I'm going to turn the temperature up to 350, and then we'll bake these. Once they come out of the oven, I'm going to set them aside to completely cool, and then once our cake is cool, we'll be back to finish the cake. Here's the cake after 1 hour, 35 minutes in the oven. It smells so good. We're going to let it hang out in the pan for about 10 minutes, and then I'll be back to turn it out onto a plate. So here's the cake once I removed it from the pan. I forgot to hit record as I was removing it, but you can see that everything turned out well. So I'm going to leave this here to completely cool, and in the meantime, the brownies are in the oven. So our cake and brownies are completely cooled. I'm going to start by drizzling some of this chocolate on top of the cake. Now on top of this, I'm going to go in with some chopped pecans. Now on top of this, I'm going to place some of the mini brownies. All right, y'all, so the cake is all done. Give me just a minute to clean up my mess, and then I'll bring you guys in for a closer shot, and then we're gonna cut the cake so you can see what the inside looks like. We have made it to the end of the video. Here we have the finished product, the turtle brownie pound cake. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about anything I've done, leave them down below in the comment section. While you're here, I ask that you also please take a moment, look down below, press that subscribe button, join our family, come back for some more recipes. I would greatly appreciate it. Guys, I really enjoyed this cake. If you're a fan of chocolate, caramel, nuts, this is absolutely the cake for you. I will have to say it is very rich. Probably one slice is all you will need, but it is really, really good. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video, and I will see you in the next one.